V-ups. So core exercise. We're gonna start with the hardest version of the V-up, and then we're gonna work our way down to the simplest version. So your basic V-up starts with the body extended, legs out, arms overhead, and you're trying to bring toes to hands in the middle. The only thing touching the mat are gonna be the hips and glutes, okay? There you go. That's your basic V-up. A lot of core control and a lot of work that goes into getting to this point, okay? To take that down a notch, we're gonna do an alternating arm leg V-up. Opposite arm to leg.
And you see how my arms are not touching the ground?
Perfect. And we're gonna move from this to a starfish sit-up or starfish V-up. So Caitlin's using one arm to help push herself up.
And my back doesn't really come as far off as like the full V-up, so it's a slightly less movement than your alternating V-up.
And then after the starfish, we're gonna do, what do you call these, drop downs?
Something.
Yes. She's gonna alternate her legs, so she's gonna keep her back and shoulders on the ground and just work on the lower half of the movement.
This is really where you really want to work on like building your strength in your core. It's not near as hard of a movement as like sit-ups or whatever, but you can use this time to like practice your core engagement. And I like to like lock in my back to the ground.
Yeah, think about turning your pelvis kind of under, and that's gonna lock your back in, create some stability there. And then after the single leg drop downs, to make it a tad bit easier, we'd have a 90-degree bend in the legs. She's gonna reach her heels out. So this makes it a little bit easier. From here, where would we go?
Toe touch.
Just a tap down. Yeah. So instead of extending her leg all the way, she's keeping the leg bent at 90 degrees and just tapping her heels down. And eventually we can move down to the ground and do heel slides, where she's just gonna slide her heel out and in. And this is probably the most basic, right? Mm-hmm. Of all of the abdominal movements, and is really good for postpartum, especially newly postpartum.
Yeah, yeah, and you'll really want to, like, I could probably do this without really engaging my core at all, like just letting it go, but that's not the point. The point is to practice it, so lock it in, really engage your core, and breathe through the exercise as you're doing it. Take a deep breath, and then, and that will naturally kind of help you engage your core.
If you're newly postpartum, do this. It's very important, and do it the right way. Don't just do the heel slides. The whole locking of the core and breathing is what helps build the core, not just the movement.